Image formed by a plane mirror. Image that is formed by any plane mirror. Have you ever seen yourself in a mirror? Yes. Is it plane or not? Yes, it is plane. It is not a curve in shape. Are you seeing yourself in a curved mirror? No. You are always looking at yourself in a mirror, and that is a plane surface. So we can say that we are looking at the plane mirror. So students, you know that you are able to see yourself into that mirror. Is it the same thing? Are you actually standing into the mirror? No at all. It is just a reflection that is given by the light. Okay, so now we are going to explain how does that plane mirror help us to see ourselves into the mirror. Okay, so here is the diagram. Okay, let's suppose I am just not taking myself into the mirror. I am just taking here, let's suppose there are another object, that is the O object here. That O object we need to see with our eyes into the mirror, and we are now able to see the image of the O here. Okay, so what is this actually? How does this happen? Now see, as you can see student, in the diagram it is looking like this. Like this is a plane mirror. Okay, so that plane mirror is polished at this part. Okay, so is this image is actually forming at the behind, or we are able to see the back thing of the mirror also? Nothing is there students, nothing is forming here. It's just an illusion of our eye. Illusion of our eye. What is the meaning of illusion? धोखा, जो हमारी आँखों का धोखा हो जाता है, ठीक है? Because our eyes are not that much of capable to see, to perceive the light, because the speed of light is very much high. That is 3 multiplied 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is the speed of light, and we are not that much able to detect from where the light is coming, and now it is bending, and now it is received by our eyes. Not at all. Our eyes are not having such a capability to detect this at such a speed, and even not our brain. Okay, so now how does this show this light is actually playing with us at this time? How? Let's suppose here is an object O, is situated here, and from that object a light is thrown. You can take that this might be a luminous object, so light would be thrown in the all directions. So we are just taking 2 rays just to show that how does these 2 rays bending and forming an image. Okay, because making all of the rays, if we are taking all of the rays here and making the diagram, so that diagram would not be considered as a correct one, because here we cannot distinguish where the light, other light is coming and from where the different one is bending. Okay, so that is why we have just taken the 2 lights, so they are incidenting on the mirror. But now, because of the laws of reflection, you know that the angle of incidence here, the normal for this point, here the normal for this point, and these lights are bending like this. Okay, like this. Okay, it is like this. Fine. So now students, as you know that these are actually bending like this, but our eyes cannot judge that these are actually bending, because we cannot perceive the light with such a speed. Okay, so now what is going to happen? We see that we here is thinking that these light, whichever light we are receiving here, are actually coming from the back side of the mirror. That is why we see, it seems like the light is coming from the back side of mirror. It seems like, because this question will come and you need to give the answer like this only. It seems like that the light is coming from the back side of the mirror, but actually it is not. Actually though it is bending and coming into your eyes, and that light which is received by your eyes is now predicting from where this light is coming, because the mirror is not throwing the light at all. So now where it is from coming? So it is imaginary thing that we are predicting that it is coming from the back side of the mirror, and that image is known to be as the image of this object O. Okay, that is how we are able to see any object into the mirror, even ourselves into the mirror, because of the bending of light, and that bending of light is because of the speed we cannot persist. The persistence of our vision for a human eye only, I am talking about the human eye here, is 1/16 second. That means 16th part of 1 second. That could only be recognized by us, that this part is now the different light, now the different light, now the different light. Only for that much of time of a second, like for 1 second, if we divide 1 second into 16 equal parts, then one part of that is the part for which we are able to see, we are able to keep something into your eyes. Okay, like after if the speed of the light is more than this, okay, then we would not be even able to see the thing that we are able to see right now. Like supposingly you are opening your eyes and suddenly you close your eyes. So for a while you may be able to see the thing in your eyes still if you are closing it. Am I right? This happens to everybody, that for a while, for a little while, you are able to see the same thing which you have seen with your opened eyes. Now you are suddenly closing your eyes. Now still you are able to see that thing in your eyes. Why? Because of persistence of vision that keeps the record for 1/16 second into your eyes, and that's all very obvious because of your brain only. Okay, not just because of your eyes, it is because of your brain. That is why, because of this and the speed of the light, we are able to see the thing which is not here but here, but considering that it is coming from the back side of the mirror. Okay, that makes it a virtual image. Okay, that makes it's a virtual image. It is not real, not really that this object is standing here. It is not obvious. It is standing here, but it seems like the light is coming from the back side. So we can say that this is a virtual thing. It is not original, not real. Virtual is not real thing. So students, now it's time to see the various properties that the plane mirror gives us accordingly, and what different properties of images it would be shown, and that properties are also very important for the exams point of view. Now students, let us see the properties of the plane mirror. Okay, so here is the first one, that is the image formed behind the mirror at the same distance. As we have seen in the diagram also, that if the O object was standing here and it was reflecting the light, and that is again incidence on the light, and because of the laws of reflection, because the angle of incidence would be equal to the angle of reflection, so it is going there and it is going like this. And because we are standing here and looking at the mirror, not here at the object, we are looking here at the mirror, so it seems like that the receiving light through our eyes, it is imagining from where I am receiving these lights, from where these lights are coming. Okay, because we are not able to persist that this light could bend. We are not able to think that. It is beyond our capability, but it is beyond the machine that has given by the nature, that is our eyes. Okay, so here the light that is coming, that is because we are receiving it from the mirror only. Okay, so we are actually imagining from where this is coming. So now our eyes let it in an illusion form that these might be coming from the back side of the mirror. Okay, so that is image and that is object. Okay, in exam it is always be written that this is object, which is real thing, and this is image and it is eye. Okay, so don't get confused that what is O and what is I. So this is O and this is I, students. But the first property of the mirror is giving you an idea that the object distance from the mirror is equal to the image distance from the mirror. This distance and this distance would always be equal. Okay, now the second point is that image is virtual and erect. Virtual, I have told you already that what is the virtual? Virtual is like not real. You are not really standing here, or any object which is here not really standing here, that so that our eyes can imagine that from where the light is coming. Okay, these are not actually standing here. Okay, so that is virtual, that means not real. Okay, so image that is formed by a plane mirror would always be virtual only. Okay, and erect means whatever the size, like it is, if we are looking at the tree, let's suppose, so tree is here. So if you are looking here into the mirror, the image would also be like this, same to same like the part of the object. Like in some kind of mirror, there are even some types of mirrors that is actually possible, that make it possible to convert the tree into the upright form like this. So this is known as inverted. Inverted का मतलब होता है बिल्कुल opposite, उल्टा हो जाना. ठीक है, तो that tree is erect right now. That gives us an idea that if it is in upright position, then the image would also be in a upright position. Fine. So this is one more property, and the other property is that the image formed is of same size. Whatever the size that is shown here would be the size that is shown here. Okay, so this one is another property of the mirror. Okay, so all these properties are very important, and keep in mind, and because of that only we are able to see ourselves into the plane mirror. One more property that need to be introduced: because of plane mirror we actually see things laterally inverted. So here comes a topic, that is lateral inversion. I have told you that the object is giving an image in a plane mirror would be erect. I have told you that the property that the image would always be erect. Erect means if it is upright, then it would be upright. Erect means not inverted. But now I am telling you that the image would be laterally inverted. So what does this mean? Okay students, so laterally inverted is different thing. It is the interchange of the left side to the right side and the right side to the left side. And you always have observed like this, if you are looking yourself in a plane mirror, so your left arm, if you are raising your left arm in the mirror, you will see that the image is showing the right part of it. Okay, because if he is like uprighting it his left hand, now you would be able to see that in the image according to the image, if you are standing now you would be able to see that the image is lifting his right arm. Okay, so left part would comes to the right part and right part would comes to the left part. That is known as the laterally inverted. Okay, that is the different thing. Erect and the inverted here. In case of inverted here, this is different thing. If the object is standing like this, then the image would be like this. But this is not an example of the plane mirror. This is what the plane mirror do. Plane mirror always show you the erect image, the same image, like you are standing here, then you would see your head here and the leg there. But it would show you laterally inverted image. That means left side would be shown into the right part and right side would be shown into the left part. Okay, this is how this work. And one more example students is the ambulance. Yes, you might have seen and observed, some intelligent student would always get the observation part. Yes, so observe that the ambulance that is written in front of the van is in a laterally inverted form. It is like another way. Okay, ambulance is written like this, ambulance. Okay, but in case of the ambulance, actually the ambulance is written like this. E part would be here because we need to show the laterally inverted part. Okay, like this it has been shown, like this. Okay, A would be same, L, U, B, M and A again. Okay, so because of this, why we have written ambulance in this manner in front of the van? Why we have done so? Because whenever a car or any object, any vehicle which is running in front of the vehicle, like let's suppose this is an ambulance, okay, and this is your car. Now if ambulance is coming behind you, then you need to see that thing into the mirror, because whenever your father or mother is driving a car, you might have observed they look into the rear view mirror, and that rear view mirror shows the images that is behind your car. Am I right? Okay, and that is actually a part of mirror, plane mirror. So that mirror is showing you the real observation. If we laterally invert that again, it would again come in the original form. Okay, ऐसा बोलते हैं कि उल्टे को उल्टा कर दोगे तो फिर से सीधा हो जाएगा, तो इसीलिए हमने इसको ऑलरेडी लेटरली इन्वर्टेड लिखा है, और जब इसको आप रियर व्यू मिरर में देखते हो तब आपको ये सीधा होके दिखता है. So that the driver, whichever is sitting into the car, would able to see now what is written here. And because it is the case of emergency, if we have written it in this manner, अगर हमने इसको ऐसे ही लिखा होता, and the person who is sitting here now would see into the mirror that who is coming behind me. Okay, now he would be able to see it in this manner. Would he be able to read that properly? Not at all, because this is like a jumble word for him. Okay, but now because of the emergency case, if this is an ambulance, there might be an emergency case. So for that to emergency को सही करने के लिए, it is compulsory to read it properly and for a quick manner. Like in a quick manner, it should be visible. That is why we have written it in a laterally inverted form, and when a person who is looking into the mirror would get the real ambulance.